I'm here with a shoebox full of seeds to sow and a tray full of seedlings to plant. Let's start. What to sow and plant in May. This month we can really start working outside and do not have to keep many pots indoors. We will get that windowsill free of dirty pots finally. That's good news. But still there are a few of them that you can pre-cultivate for a second harvest or to harvest in fall, and that has to be started now. Let us start with the brassicas. We can pre-cultivate broccoli, cauliflower, cabbage, kohlrabi now so that once the first harvest is done, these can be planted outdoors. This is a good way of planning succession planting to get a continuous harvest from the space. Also think about winter brassicas like kale and Brussels sprouts. They need a long cultivation period and should be started now so that we can harvest them in fall. As in April, we can start all the members of the gourd family indoors and then later transplant them outdoors once they are big enough. We can also sow them directly outdoors after the last frost date. The gourd family members includes cucumbers, zucchinis, pumpkins, melons, bitter gourds, etc. Coming to the beans family, all the varieties of beans like whole beans, French beans, long beans can all be started indoors now. Okras can also be started now. Always remember the members of the gourd and bean family do not like to be pricked and transplanted, so sow them in individual pots. Start one of two if you're not sure about the germination rate, but do not pull them. Instead chop off one in case both of them germinates, so that we don't disturb the roots. Lettuce can also be started indoors. They can also be sown directly outdoors, but I like sometimes to start them indoors in a controlled environment and then later on move them outdoors. That's it about indoor sowing, I guess. You see, with the weather getting better, I have less to talk about indoor planting. So let's talk outdoors now. Starting with the greens, spinach can be started outdoors, but choose a variety that can withstand the heat. I'm sowing Malabar spinach here. Also, if you are sowing a cool season variety, make sure to keep them under the shade. Otherwise, they'll flower soon and will not produce as much greens as they should be producing. Lettuce and arugula can also be started outdoors. After the last frost date, wherever you are, for me it's the mid of May, we can sow all the kinds of beans directly outside. This includes pole beans, French beans, long beans. This time I'm trying some Indian varieties of beans as well, like purple beans and yard long beans. Let's see how all that goes. Peas can be sown outside. They'll be ready to harvest by the end of June. Moving on to the gourd family, cucumbers, pumpkins, zucchinis can all be sown directly outdoors after the last frost date. Next are some root vegetables. Beetroots can be sown directly outdoors. I have not started them till now because I was waiting to start them directly outdoors. I've read that beetroots do better when they are directly sown to their final spot. Likewise, radishes and carrots can also be sown now. I've researched a bit and they say onions can also be sown outdoors directly. I'm going to try that this time. Next category of plants that is a must in a vegetable garden are the flowers. I am sowing some marigold, calendula, nasturtium, zinnias, cosmos, sunflower, and many more. They are known to attract bees, which plays a vital role in vegetable garden. Now let's talk about the plants that can be transplanted outdoors. If you have started a lot of seeds like me in the previous months, right from February, then all the seedlings must look big enough and do not fit anymore on the windowsill or indoors wherever you keep them. But don't worry, it is time to move them outdoors. All the Brassica family members can be transplanted outdoors without any doubt. They can withstand a little bit of cold, so it should be okay to even transplant them before the last frost date. I've transplanted broccolis, cauliflower, red cabbage, and kohlrabis, which I started in the month of March. Next are the onions. They can also be transplanted outdoors. Let's now move to the heat-loving veggies. Wait for the last frost date to pass, that means night temperature remains consistently above 10 degrees Celsius to plant the following veggies because they cannot withstand cold at all when transplanted as a sapling. The first candidate are the chilies. They can be transplanted outdoors now. Make sure you give them a support as soon as they're transplanted. Somehow that did not come in the video. The second candidates are the aubergines. Just like chilies, they can also be transplanted right now. The best crop every gardener should have are the, you got it right, tomatoes. I love having tomatoes on my space. They can also be transplanted outdoors. Make sure to transplant tomatoes deeper so that they can build roots from the stem as well. Remove the lower leaves and plant them deep. This will ensure more stability. More detailed video on how to transplant saplings will be uploaded soon, so stay tuned for that. Also, remove any flower buds if they are present already. This is to encourage the plant to focus on the roots than the fruits for now. The flowers and fruits will come back for sure. The same applies with chilies and aubergines. Remove the flowers while transplanting for the better health of the plant. As with chilies, for tomatoes, give them support right away. In the past years, I've always been a little late to give support to tomatoes and chilies because I might have some idea for trellis but then finally don't find time to build it at all. So don't be like me, give them the support right away. Gourd family members like cucumbers, zucchinis, pumpkins, watermelon can all be transplanted to their final spot as well by the end of May. Same with the beans. While transplanting them, give them something to climb on because they'll grow up in no time. All these saplings should be hardened before they are moved permanently outdoors. A video will be coming soon about this topic. All the saplings that I've transplanted now have been started in the previous months. You can watch those videos to find out more about it. But if you couldn't sow any seeds till now, it is okay. You can find the saplings that you need in the local garden center. Gardening is in such a trend that you can find every sapling in the stores these days. Look for a compact and short sapling instead of long and leggy ones. I'm interested to know how your garden is progressing. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next. Bye and take care.